Whoa, welcome back to Citystead, everyone. It is a beautiful, beautiful fall day. We are like 56, 57 degrees out. Beautiful, beautiful weather. It is time to start thinking about putting the bees down for the winterizing our hive over there. And of course, we got a lot of garlic planting going on this week while it's warm outside. Hey ladies! So it's great when the weather turns like this because you see the ladies out, they're all busy, just all over the place. They're super active right now because of how nice it is. So it's good because for the past week it's been really slow at the hive, and what we're doing right now is thinking about insulation, what we're gonna do for winter. I've seen a lot of different things. Some people use blankets, some people use foam, some people use things like that like reflective bubble wrap type paper stuff. So I am still trying to do my research and figure out what exactly I want to use. So while we're doing our research and trying to figure out what we're gonna do, we're also picking up other things that we might need to take care of the ladies. Like these mouse guards that I just picked up. Somebody mentioned on a video about them putting their mouse guards out, and I was like, well, what the heck's a mouse guard? This is my first year beekeeping. My mentor, my brother, he doesn't use these, and as far as I know, my parents don't either. But we are in the city, so we might have some mice. I don't know. I picked them up just in case. I don't know if we're going to put them on quite yet. We might wait until we actually wrap it up for the full winter, because it's still, like I said, pretty nice outside right now. But we're doing all this research, and when you're researching about certain topics, we all know how the internet works, right? You know how it tracks your every single move. You say one word, if it's a nice keyword, they like to suggest all sorts of things for you to find. Well, doing a lot of bee research, typing in the word beekeeping and bees a lot has made that the trigger in the algorithm for anything that Google suggests to me. But they actually suggested me a pretty interesting article. Are you rocking? Whoa, it's a rocking ship! Ah! Careful, don't go too far over. That'll be hurting. So not only is beekeeping something I search a lot, but in my house sometimes the kids and the wife listen to music, and they like to listen to Beyonce. If you already know, you might know where I'm going with this. Beyonce recently did an interview with like British Vogue, and just like in the back end of that interview, she casually talked about how she had 80,000 bees. If you had Beyonce being a beekeeper in 2020 on your crazy 2020 bingo card, I'm sure that fills a lot of squares, and there's probably a lot of bingos being called right now. So I got all these parts for this mouse stopper for the bee thing, but there are no paper directions on how to put it together. So I don't know. Anyways, I was kind of thinking about it when I read that. I'm like, how like random and pretty cool is that? We always say, well, nah, who cares what celebrities say and blah blah blah. But honestly, I think it's kind of silly to like put it off altogether, right? Like, yeah, we may not agree with all they say and do, but when they do things that are cool, like randomly are beekeepers, I think we should take notice of it. And really, I wish people would talk more about it. I wish Beyonce had a better platform for talking about the beekeeping and why she keeps bees, as opposed to just talking about the music she makes. I bet she might be interested in talking about it a little bit more too, if more people would ask her questions about it. So in the interview, she mentions why she decided to start keeping bees. She mentions about how her young kids have really bad allergies, and then she talked about the benefits of honey and how it can help with those allergies. And I think that's the reason that a lot of us, get into homesteading. A lot of us get into doing things like the beekeeping because we also see the health benefits of things like growing your own food and, honey production, stuff like that. take some stuff up to the house for the kids, you know, when I was getting cold outside. I doubt they'll be jumping on the trampoline too much longer outside. So most people I know that homestead or do any of this kind of stuff, that is the reason they're doing it, right? They just want better for their family, for their kids. And they see homesteading as a really good way to provide that, and I do too. I see a lot of good benefits in things like raising your own food. Even if you don't raise all of your own food, if you raise a little bit of it, it's really good. So in a way, we are so connected to even people we think are completely opposite of us. Like, who would have thought that we would have something in common with like a billionaire like Beyonce Knowles that is as simple and, you know, out there as beekeeping, right? And she's doing it for the same reasons we are. We know there's good health benefits in beekeeping. We also know that they're really good for pollination and stuff. And we're doing this for our family, for our kids, to give them better. Uh-oh, now let it go. Oh! You okay? Where are your shoes? So I think I figured out how this thing works. So you put it on here like this, we kind of screw it into place. We got a couple screws here, and then we use the slider to kind of open and close the distance on how many of these we want for the bees to be able to access. So yeah, kind of cool. Seems pretty easy, straightforward. Just kind of screw it into the front there and adjust it how you want. And it's going to help keep those mice out. So, oh, I don't have it here, but the reducer, the entrance reducers, if you've ever seen them, it's kind of like a big long mark over like this. And, you know, things can get in there. A mouse could definitely get in that. Even when you go to the smaller hole on the other side, which is only a few inches wide, as opposed to like the 6 or 7, 8 inch hole on this one, they could probably still get in there, right? So this will definitely stop a mouse from getting into your hive. And we definitely don't want that. I mean, they're going to be going in there because it's warm, and they're just looking for somewhere warm to bed down for the winter, right? What's going on, bud? Your shoes came off? Come here. Up you goes. Where's the bees at? Do you know? Are they over there? Yeah, the bees are over there. Do you like honey? You like honey? Can you say honey? Can you say bee? Can you say bees? Bees a bees? Bees knees? Bees? Honey bee? Alright, you ready? You gonna go play? Oh, I'm in your chair. Hold on, straight chairs, is that better? So yeah, as much as I like to keep bees for myself, and because I know it's really good for pollination of the garden, I also like to keep it because I know that it has tons and tons of health benefits for these kids. So while I am talking about Beyonce and her beekeeping, because I just recently read that article after Google stalked me and was like, you know what, you might be interested in this, which spot on Google, I actually was interested in it. I read it, I clicked it. Definitely got clickbaited. But it reminded me, you know, there are a ton of awesome famous beekeepers, and I think they're all trying to do their best, and I think it'd be really great if they had a bigger platform for talking about the oddity hobbies that they have as opposed to things they mostly do. Did you know Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is a big beekeeper? Flea. Martha Stewart, another big beekeeper. She's been doing it forever. She does everything though. Not surprising, she is Martha Stewart.
I keep bees, and I'm not afraid of getting stung. And
I think a lot of people are familiar with the fact that Morgan Freeman is like the end-all be-all when it comes to giant apiaries. He turned his entire acreage that he has, what is it, like 100 acres or whatever it is, something ridiculous, basically into a giant bee sanctuary.
And what I've discovered is that I don't have to put on a bee suit or anything to feed them.
That's wrong. That's a rookie mistake. Yeah. You get stung by bees.
Never been stung.
You are going to get stung by a bee.
I'm never going to get
You're
stung.
going to get stung by a bee,
I am
Morgan.
not gonna
Please
get
wear a
stung.
beekeeper outfit.
I'm not going to get.
You should even leave the house
There
wearing
is
a
a beekeeper I know who is Jordanian. He never puts on a suit,
But
and he
there's
said
something right,
because
but
you know, no,
Well, here's something
you have
wrong
to
with it.
resonate.
You should always,
Jimmy.
Then why do they have the outfits, Morgan?
They have the outfits for people who can't resonate.
I think it's really good for people like me who are trying to do it on a much smaller scale and try to introduce it to people. They can shine a much wider, brighter light on it than I can. I just wish they talked about it more and just pique the interest of other people about it, like the normal everyday people who aren't into it themselves, right? So this is where I think like it's a good thing, you know, like I wish there's a better spotlight for them where they would talk about it more. And then it would help us who are the beekeepers, because more people would be interested in talking to us and using our products that we make and all that kind of stuff. So really cool, really interesting thought I just had about how, you know, we have such a weird link sometimes to people we wouldn't expect to have links to. Like, I would never equate anything in my life to Beyonce's life, but here we both are beekeepers and we're both keeping bees to try to help give our children better health benefits. That's what it really boils down to, right? So, just interesting. Thought it'd be fun to talk about. And also, yeah, I gotta get that mouse reducer on there and get winterizing my own beehive, because I would really like to make sure they make it through to next year, because next year we get to harvest a lot of that great honey, and we will be fully stocked on our own sugar source here on the Citystead. So with that being said, you guys know what I'm going to say. Be bold, grow bold, and as always, we'll see you in that very next video.